Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, aka Egtv, aka Egal himself, and we're going to be covering a lot of stuff today. We got to talk about Arteta and Houssem Aouar, Thomas Partey. There is so much stuff to be discussed today, guys and girls. Get ready, stay locked. EGTV's got all that Arsenal transfer news ready for you guys today. And you know what? We're going to also be talking about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He recently rejected a deal from Barcelona, even a team in Italy. It could be one of the Milans. We're going to be talking about a new goalkeeper that we could possibly be getting in. Stay locked for the rest of the video. We're going to be discussing that. And also, Callum Chambers has been linked to a lot of new clubs. We're going to be talking about that too. So stay locked on that also. We're going to be talking about a little bit of Mesut Ozil. You know he's a problem child, but you know what? We're going to stay locked on him too. We're going to talk about another academy kid, Reiss Nelson, possibly could be going on loan. He was Arteta's project, but you know what? Maybe give him some time on loan. AC Milan, guys, we're saying Aubameyang, they never seen this coming. And you know what? They're lost because it's our gain. And David Moyes, former coach for Arteta, we're going to be discussing a little bit about that link up on the weekend and how former player manager situation is now managers on both sides of the pitch. And you know what? Stay locked for EGTV. Yo, what's going on, everybody? You already know it's the guys, Egal. I'm doing my thing. I'm wearing my Raptors gear today. You guys know I support my Raptors as much as I support Arsenal. So today I'm going to put on my Raptors gear, but we're going to be talking about a lot of Arsenal content, right? So let's get that music drop. Let's get it going, and we're going to get into the news right now. So first, let's get started with the guys who like to talk that ish. The guys who like to talk that ish, like Tim Sherwood. Tim Sherwood was talking all that smack about Dani Ceballos, saying Tim Sherwood was saying Dani Ceballos is just an average player, and in his mind, Dani Ceballos, in his opinion, is just average. He thinks he's too weak for the Premier League. He thinks he's going to get found out this season. And you know what? I think it's complete disrespect. The man Tim Sherwood, he was sacked by Tottenham. He was sacked by other teams too. He's still salty that Thierry Henry embarrassed his ass. Guys, don't ever listen to these Tottenham pundits. They just like to talk ish about Arsenal. And in my opinion, this guy can go kick rocks. Tim Sherwood, you can go kick rocks. We don't need you. He's a dead pundit anyways. But yeah, I know why you guys are all here. You guys are all here to hear about the Thomas Partey Houssem Aouar news. And you know what? I got some Houssem Aouar news for you guys today. I'm hearing Houssem Aouar could be signing for the club soon. I'm hearing that it's almost... I don't even want to say the words. It's almost done. But I heard from somebody close to it that works at the training ground that they had a bid submitted for £36 million with no additional players or anything else. £36 million. And you know what? If that actually happens, that is a legit signing. And you know what? This guy is real. He's really good. But you know what? The guy that we really want is Thomas Partey. And the rumor today is Thomas Partey. And you guys know his manager. You guys know Simeone. He doesn't play games. Simeone was saying stuff like he wasn't confident about Thomas Partey staying based on the fact that he had a phone call with him today, and that phone call did not go so well. So Thomas Partey, it could happen, it could not happen, but it seems like the club are focused on one thing right now, and that's getting rid of players. They're talking about Socrates already possibly being shipped out of the club, being shipped out like he's nothing. And they're saying they might even sell him for peanuts, somewhere between the region of 2.5 to 4 million. That's what they're trying to get for him. But Socrates has already agreed to a club abroad. News reports think it's Napoli, but they're not 100% sure which club it is that he's already linked up with. But in other news, Torreira, there seems to be a big battle over Torreira. There seems to be AC Milan has recently come in, Fiorentino has come in, Torino has come in. And you know what? The club Arsenal are loving this because with Torreira having a three-way battle, and now recently Atletico Madrid and Simeone being in contact with him, that's 4 clubs in for a player. And you know what that means? The club gets some money. And when the club gets money for Torreira, you know what they're going to do with that money? They're going to take that and they're going to flip it, and they're going to get us our guy, Houssem Aouar. And today, the news from Houssem Aouar is, personal terms have been agreed with Houssem Aouar. Let's stop. Personal terms have been agreed by Houssem Aouar. And you know what? That's some big news right there. That's some big news. Houssem Aouar getting some personal terms agreed. Guys, we got some links to some big-time players because Houssem Aouar, after the Man City game, you guys know he's a baller. You guys know he's no scrub. And if this guy is the guy that we can get in, he can improve our midfield big time. Big time, because this guy's an absolute baller. He can play on the left. He can play as a midfielder. He can play as a what do you call it? Right. He can play on the right of a midfield three. He can play on the left of a midfield three. He's majority on the left, but he can play anywhere on that midfield, except for I wouldn't put him in the deep line role because he's not really that kind of profile of a player. But I like this kid. I like Houssem Aouar. And you know what? What is he? 22 years old? If it wasn't for the transfer window, he'd be still worth 100. In my opinion, he'd be worth 100 mil. 100 mil. And now let's go. Let's go. The next guy. Thomas Partey. Ooh! Yo, you guys know Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is the guy we've been after for the longest time. And with his profile and his length, the club are still after a midfielder, and we can't be worried about him. But you know what? There's another midfielder we are worried about. There's a guy that we've been worried about for a little while now, Mesut Ozil. Let me tell you what's going on about Mesut Ozil. So basically, Mesut Ozil has Mikel Arteta has responded to Arsenal fans demanding to know what's going on with Mesut Ozil, and he's basically told them that he is now demanding a performance from Mesut Ozil in training. He demands after training performances from Mesut Ozil. So basically, he wants Mesut Ozil to show up in training and train like it's a game, and he wants him to step up his training for him to be in contention to play in the game, because he doesn't see him getting at game time if he doesn't pick up his performances in training. So if you train the way you play, they basically say. So that's where his stance is, and that's what he's thinking about it. So right now, Mesut Ozil, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get too much game time, but we'll see. We'll see. But now let's move on to the next story. The next story is Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson, they're saying Reiss Nelson could possibly be headed on loan. There's been a couple clubs like Crystal Palace been after him for a while. They've been talking about getting him in. They've been talking about wanting him in as a loan option. We've been trying to get Zaha in on a swap deal, giving them Reiss Nelson before in the past. So you know what? That could be actually something that happens, but you never know. You never actually know. But that is what they're talking about. And in my opinion, that is some big stuff right now. Reiss Nelson going on loan, he needs the experience. He needs the time away from the pitch to get some experience, because guys like Saka, Martinelli, even Eddie Nketiah have surpassed him. And you know what? That, in my opinion, is just time for Reiss Nelson to fix up. And you know what? Reiss Nelson, you're a good baller, but not good enough for Arsenal right now. I love the guy, but he's just not good enough right now. Let's move it on to the next topic. The next topic is Callum Chambers. So we'll talk about Callum Chambers a little bit right now. Callum Chambers, ever since he came from Southampton, he's been a bit part player at the club. He hasn't really played a lot. And you know what? I like the guy, but I think he's not going to play too much at the club right now. So he's maybe looking at moving away from the club. And there's been links to a lot of clubs. I heard 4 different Premier League teams are after him. And those 4 different Premier League teams that are after him, there's no names to the teams yet. They're just saying 4 Premier League teams are after him. 4 different teams have inquired for his services. And you know what? That is quite a big chunk of players tuning in trying to get him. So that is not a bad thing. Callum Chambers, if you can get a fire sale for Callum Chambers, that is a good thing in my books. That is a good thing in my books. But yeah, Callum Chambers linked to a bunch of teams. So yeah, you guys know Emi Martinez recently left. And the moment he left, it looks like we've already got our replacement. We got Alexander Runnerson, Icelandic national team goalkeeper, also Dijon goalkeeper. And you know what? He looks like he's a baller. Actually, I'm lying. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know what he plays like. All I know is the club goalkeeper coach has already worked with him before, and that's the only reason why we're going for him. So you know what? If that's the reason why we're going for him, trust the process. Be excited. Let's do our thing. Now, so it looks like we're going to spend Martinez's money on 2 goalkeepers. So we got 20 million for Martinez. We're going to spend 2.5 to get this goalkeeper. And we're going to spend another, what is it? Are we going to spend another 15 million on the guy, David Raya from Brentford? And we're going to loan him back to Brentford for 15 million? I don't know what's going on, but it looks like we might be buying 2 goalkeepers, not just 1. So, hey, buying 2 goalkeepers. Is it strength and depth? What are we trying to do here? I have no idea, but you know what? The club know more than me, so let's trust them. And yes, boys and girls in the comment section, big up to you. Big up to everybody watching. Big up to Gunner Dread. Big up to everybody watching. Yes, sir. Big up to Adam Brown himself. Big up to D's Debs. Big up to every single one of you guys watching. Big up to Zane. Big up to people on Facebook. Big up to all you guys, right? Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the man himself, the man of the hour, the man who signed the ting, was declined to accept a deal from Barcelona. He actually rejected Barcelona. He rejected Inter Milan. He rejected Inter Milan for us. Yo, anyone who says this guy had no options, they're lying to you, because this guy had plenty of options. He's a world-class player. He's a world-class goal scorer. And you know what? In my opinion, there is no way in hell he was going to go. This guy loves the club. He wants to be a club legend, and I love him for that. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, you're in our hearts forever. If you score those goals and you keep doing your thing for the next 3 years, you're the man, and we love you for that. Now, we got a little game coming up, West Ham, and David Moyes is the manager of West Ham, former coach to Arteta himself at Everton, and now you got the player coach now being coach versus coach. And you know what? Guess what? I actually am pretty excited to see us versus West Ham. I think we're going to smoke them. We're going to turn them over. And Arteta has earned the respect of a lot of his colleagues now, and his former manager has nothing but great things to say about him, actually saying that he rates him highly, and as a player, he could see that he had an eye of being one of those guys, and being one of those guys to move forward and to do things the way he does it. And you know what? Arteta, big up to you, because everyone sees the amount of respect that this man gets in world football is amazing, and we have ourselves a top manager, and we should be happy that we have Mikel Arteta. And when Mikel Arteta gets the Houssam Aouar deal done, boys and girls, don't come back to me and say, oh, where'd you get your sources? Because right now you guys are probably saying, where are you getting your sources from, when I'm telling you this deal is pretty much almost done. But mark my word, this deal is going to happen. But yeah, let's see what you guys in the comment section are saying right now. Let's go to the comment section. End of the video. You guys know I'm always going to go to the comment section. So let's see what you guys are saying. Big up you, Zane. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Adam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What transfers? I just told you. If you missed it, you missed it. I'm sorry. You missed it. Okay. Big up to you, Gunner Dread. Big up to you. What transfers? What about the transfers? These are all transfers that I was talking about. I don't know what you mean. Okay, yeah. You guys want to get into the under-23 game? Let's talk about William Saliba started today. William Saliba started in the under-23 game today. And the under-23 game today, William Saliba was the starting center back, and he looked good. I don't know exactly what the score was. I haven't double-checked, but I can check that right now. Arsenal under-23s. Let's get this. Let's see what the score was versus Brighton. Ooh, looks like we drew the game versus Brighton, and I'll just put this up on the screen right now. It looks like we drew 2-2 versus Brighton. We are not really starting that well in the under-23s. Under-23s right now, we're near the bottom. We have 2 points, which is not good at all when you really think about it. That's terrible. So yeah, right now this is how we performed so far. We played, what is that, 2 games? We played 2 games, I think, or no? Yeah, we played 1 game, and then before, so we lost to Southampton, and then we drew to Brighton. So today versus Brighton, this was what happened. You had William Saliba starting at center back, and he played the whole 90 minutes, it looks like. Let's see. Did he play the whole 90 minutes? Looks like he might have been subbed, but I'll double check that right now. William Saliba. No, it looks like William Saliba played the whole entire game. Yeah, looks like William Saliba played the whole entire game. And then you got Ben, who scored for us. So yeah, so first Brighton scored, then Arsenal equalized. Then you got Arsenal scored the second goal, right, with our midfielder James. And then Brighton equalized in the 73rd minute. So that's what happened in the under-23s games. And Who started up front for us? None other than Balogun himself. And you know what? Big up to you, whoever commented about Balogun, right? Now, I don't understand why Arsenal are wasting non-homegrown places in the squad with a reserve goalkeeper. I don't know either, man. I don't know. I think he's young enough that we could possibly count him as a homegrown. I don't know exactly. Yes, big up to you, Lumbercamp. Yo, if you want to be a moderator, let me know. I got you. I think you're a good mod, and I got you, bro. Gunnar Dread, you're already a moderator, so big up to you yourself, bro. Big up to you. And you know what? I want to know. Tell me what you guys think about the new music, because I got myself some new music for these videos, and I just want to know what you guys think about the music. And can you hear it clearly? Is it loud enough? Is it nice enough? Because there's more to come soon. And you know what? I think I'm going to do an NBA video after this, but respect to every single one of you guys watching. And you know what it is. Stay locked on EGTV. And I'm going to sign out. But before I sign out, I'm just going to drop that video once more. And don't forget, stay locked. Don't forget to subscribe. And you know what? I'm going to be back with more. This is a really short video. But yeah, stay locked, people. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, aka EGTV, aka Egal himself, and we're going to be covering a lot of stuff today. We got to talk about Arteta and Houssem Aouar, Thomas Partey. There is so much stuff to be discussed today, guys and girls. Get ready, stay locked. EGTV's got all that Arsenal transfer news ready for you guys today. And you know what? We're going to also be talking about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He recently rejected a deal from Barcelona, even a team in Italy. It could be one of the Milans. We're going to be talking about a new goalkeeper that we could possibly be getting in. Stay locked for the rest of the video. We're going to be discussing that. And also, Callum Chambers has been linked to a lot of new clubs. We're going to be talking about that too. So stay locked on that also. We're going to be talking about a little bit of Mesut Ozil. You know he's a problem child, but you know what? We're going to stay locked on him too. We're going to talk about another academy kid, Reiss Nelson, possibly could be going on loan. He was Arteta's project, but you know what? Maybe give him some time on loan. AC Milan guys, we're saying Aubameyang, they never seen this coming, and you know what? They're lost because it's our gain. And David Moyes, former coach for Arteta, we're going to be discussing a little bit about that link up on the weekend and how former player manager situation is now managers on both sides of the pitch. And you know what? Stay locked for EGTV. Yo, what's going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you guys hear me? Let me tell you guys something. This is the time. This is when you put in your questions. Give me your questions, and I answer your questions now. So come on. Bring them on. Bring them on. Let's make them tough, make them hard, make them easy. Do what you got to do. So let's ask your questions. Ask away. Let's get started. People in the comment section, this is your time to shine. So who we got in the comment section who's got the first question? Let's see. You can't blame Matt Macy, though, by the way. I don't think Matt Macy is going to get game time at the Emirates. I don't think he's going to be, I don't think he's good enough. I don't know. He's a very tall player. He's very tall. I think he needs to go out on loan, do his work. Because look, it took Martinez 10 years before he could even get into that first team consistently. So Matt Macy, it could take him time. Hopefully it doesn't take him 10 years. Hopefully he can find a way to get into it and he can do something with his time, right? We should prioritize Partey's move. We desperately need a number 6 and who can also play box-to-box in the midfield. I 100% agree with you. I think Thomas Partey should be a priority signing, but you know what? Thomas Partey, as of right now, he's still not a priority signing to the club because they still see a lot of stuff going on. And what they're doing is they're trying to get Houssem Aouar on a cheap, and then after they do that, pay the release clause for Thomas Partey. They're not trying to spend all the money up front on him right now. So what they're trying to do is be smart, go to Lyon, show them a small little cash, and then later go spend the big money on Thomas Partey. That's what I think they're trying to do, and that's what I think they're going to do. So yeah, let's see what else is there. What's going on in the comment section? Okay, do you think the biggest transfer will be this year in general? I think the biggest transfer for us will be Thomas Partey. I think the biggest transfer in the Premier League will be Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is touted to be going for in and around 91 million pounds. So I think Jadon Sancho is going to be the biggest transfer signing of the season. And I think the biggest transfer for us is going to be Thomas Partey. I don't think we're going to spend more than 50 million on any other player besides him. Please, what is the latest about Arsenal transfers? If you missed it, I already went through it several times, but let's see if there's any breaking news. Let's see if any breaking news while we're talking, right? So the main things that I've talked about already is also Arsenal rejected Leeds' bid for Rob Holding. It looks like we're going to keep Rob Holding now. He's not leaving anymore, and Rob Holding looks like he's going to be an Arsenal player for the foreseeable future. So that is, take it as you will. If you like that, if you don't like that, if you think that's a good thing, if you think that's a bad thing, it's up to you personally. But in my opinion, that is a good thing. And you know what? I'm enjoying that. Tell me about the ins and outs. The ins and outs. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. Okay, it's looking like the ins are going to be. First of all, you have Saka, Martinelli, and Aubameyang who signed a new deal, right? So that's 3. They count for this window, do they not? That, in my opinion, they count for this window. Okay, so you got them 3, and then you got, what else is there? Okay, so you got Willian, Gabriel, Danny Ceballos, Runnertson, the other goalkeeper also, David Raya. So that's 5. 6, you're trying to get Houssem Aouar, and then 7, possibly Thomas Partey. So we could possibly be getting in 7 players. 7 players. That is ridiculously good. In my opinion, if we can get both Thomas Partey and Houssem Aouar, we did ourselves an amazing job in the window. If we can find a way to get both of these guys, well, how would our midfield look with these 2 guys? It would look amazing. You can't lie. Our midfield would look amazing with these 2 guys in our midfield, and I would be excited to see that. I would generally be excited to see that. So yeah, let's play around with the formations. What do you guys think? What do you think the formations would look like if Arsenal signed all these players? What would they look like? What would it look like if we had the Thomas Parteys of the world, the Houssem Aouars of the world? If we still have Pepe, Willian, and all these guys, do they get into the team? How does it all work? How do they all play together? That's the question you have to ask yourself. That's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you know how they're going to all play together? Do you know how they're going to all fit in to the same 11? Is it even possible to fit them all into the same 11? That is a question that you have to ask yourself sometimes, because signing all these players is a good thing, but where do they fit in onto the pitch? Do they fit in next to each other? Are we going to play a 3-man midfield? Are we going to play 3 at the back? How are we going to play? You know what? I don't got all the answers, but we can play around with it, and we can see how it's going to work out, right? So let's do that right now. Let's do that right now. Let's talk about the formations and how these formations could work out. 1 second. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to get this up for you guys on the screen right now as we speak. So yeah, so you guys can see that. So say number 1, say this is Auba. Okay? Say this is Auba over here. Say this is Lacazette. Say this is say that's Lacazette, right? Pepe. Okay. Say this is Partey. So Thomas Partey is going to be there. Who else are we going to have in? We got to have in a couple of these guys, right? So we're going to add in a bunch of them. Let's just add in a bunch of them, see what happens. So we got Thomas Partey in there. We got, how do you even spell Aouar's name? Aouar's name is like, whoo. Where is it? Houssem Aouar. We're going to have Houssem Aouar. And then you're going to have Xhaka. Okay. So we know KT is going to be on one side, right? We know Saliba. Big Gabriel. And who do you guys want on this side? I'll put Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Okay. So now when you think about it, how would this team look? Wouldn't that look amazing? Wouldn't that look amazing? No? Football, making things difficult for yourself. Football players play football. You're making things difficult for yourself. Tell me about William Saliba. Okay. William Saliba, man. He's a baller, man. He's actually a really good player. If you guys want me to get you a breakdown of William Saliba, I can do that right now. Let me get you guys a breakdown of William Saliba. William. Let's get you guys a breakdown of William Saliba right now. William Saliba scouting. If you guys want me to pull up William Saliba's scouting report, I got you guys. I'm gonna pull that up right about now because I think William Saliba is an absolute baller, and he has shown it several times that he can play. And you know what? It's time for me to just break it down for you right now. So William Saliba, I'm gonna get a scouting report up right now from Total Football Analysis. Okay, so let's get this Total Football Analysis scouting report up on the screen for you guys. Total Football Analysis scouting report for William Saliba. Okay, so William Saliba has he has good positioning when it comes to where he stands, as you can see here, right? So a little bit about William Saliba. Arsenal, William Saliba, he's applying his trade right now. Last year at Saint Etienne, he was a 19-year-old center back, and let's see what traits he has. So he's intelligence and impressive ability to read the game, they state. He has an impressive ability to read the game. He knows where to be, where to stand. He knows where everybody is around him on the pitch, and that's one thing that's crucial. You need to be switched on as a center back, and that's one of the things that he is. He's always switched on. He always knows where to be. As you can see here, he has the ball in his eye line. He can see the defender in front of him. He cannot see the people behind him, but this is where your teammates have to help you out, and that's one of those things that he's good at, right? And as you can see here, the man crosses in the ball. He right away heads it out. So from the first frame, you can see that he's looking at the man and the ball, and he's looking around him. And the next frame, you can see that he's the first man to get to the header. Okay. Then you see an impressive physicality for William Saliba. He's a very physical player. As the 19-year-old, he is what? 192 centimeters tall. He's not a short guy at all. He's at least, what is that? At least 6'2", in my opinion, or 6'3", right? He's confident also with the ball. When he possesses the ball, he can pass. He's played as a right back also, so he knows how to assist. He's gotten a couple of assists from playing at right back. His passing range and even his dribbling ability to get past people. As you can see from the first frame, the man is closing him down. He receives the ball. In one touch, he's already gone, right? So now let's see this. Quick link up, quick passing plays, quick possession. With Saint Etienne, they didn't keep possession as much as you would have think an Arsenal team would keep. But you know what? He did do a lot. And this is the kind of things that you need to realize. He is a good player, and he's going to do some things for us. Even his one-on-one dribbling ability, he's decent at getting. And look at his passing range. There's a man closing him down. There's players everywhere, and easily he just finds his man. Now moving on, potential areas for him to improve on. William Saliba, right? He has some potential areas where he can improve on, which are such as his ability. He tends to. This might not be happy for you guys. He tends to look for progressive passing options in times, almost not picking the safe ball and just clearing it out. Sometimes he needs to just clear it out. He's all around. He's more even than he is, but there is some traits that he does have that are not as balanced, right? So we're going to look at some of them. So right here, he could have just cleared the ball out, but instead he tried to keep possession and then got himself into a sticky situation. So that is not something that we want to see. But now, in conclusion, the man, he is going to be a good player. William Saliba is an intelligent defender. He's got plenty of physical qualities. It benefits from him reading the game, and his height and his ability is going to suit right into the Premier League. But the one thing he needs to improve on, he just needs to improve on his decision-making a little bit, and he needs to pick his times to clear the ball and do everything else. He's composed and good on the ball when facing pressure, and he's very young, and he still has a lot of time to improve. But in my opinion, there's only the sky's the limit for what is he? Still 19? William Saliba. Let's keep it real. He's gonna be a baller for us. And you know what? I'm happy we signed him. But yeah, guys, big up to everybody watching. Big up to all you guys in the comment section. Big up to you guys. Big up to Mr. Bungle. Big up to Zane. Big up to everybody, right? How have you looked at Runnerson's videos? Question mark. I have not seen much from Runnerson, and I'm not going to look into it right now, but I'm going to head out, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to all you guys watching. You guys know what it is. Stay locked on EGTV, and if you can, subscribe, like, and share the video. Peace out, people. Tune in to more.